Holy guacamole! Welcome to my kitchen. Obviously today we're going to learn about guacamole made from avocados. Avocados are delicious and nutritious. I know what some of you are saying, yeah, avocados. I have an answer for you, maybe. In any case, this one's still a little green, so I think we'll put it off into the veggie pile. This one's just about right. It's dark all over, and when you press it at the top and the bottom, it's just enough give, so you know it's good. So we have that. A bowl. What else do we need? Lemon. So we flavor with the lemon, and it also helps the avocado not turn dark. However, once you cut in, if you have some dark spots, no biggie. It's all good.
Okay, what else? Gotta put my glasses on for this. We'll need some fresh tomatoes. We don't have fresh tomatoes. We got canned tomatoes. A little seasoning, some cumin, cayenne, some paprika, some salt, black pepper. We can put some garlic in. What else do we got?
So we could do it custom like that. Put all the ingredients together. Fresh tomatoes, real good. Let's say we wanted to go easy. Got our avocado, got our lemon, got a little salt. What else could we use? Let's see, this one has black beans in it and corn. This one's just a regular salsa. Let's go for the regular one. I go for mild these days, but whatever heat agrees with you is cool. Okay, what else do we need? Got that. Oh yes.
Like a knife.
So, let's talk about knives. Knives can be dangerous if you don't treat them with respect. Never put your fingers or body part under a knife. Always put your hand above a knife. Safety. Now there's all sorts of knives. This is the most common, a chef's knife. Kitchens around the world use this to slice and dice and chop and just about anything. Paring knife. I see most people without restaurant experience using these because they're small and they could be used for most jobs. I always go back to the chef's knife because it just feels comfortable. Then we have the Sudoku knife or Santoku knife. Definitely not a math puzzle. I wouldn't use this for math puzzles. And this size in particular is recommended for vegetables. So I think we'll use this one today. Okay, I always take the little piece that's left over from the stem, throw that away. Most of the time, I'll do it like this, but for you, I'll do it the safe way. Let's see. Use a white towel. That way the blood will show up much brighter. So, still, this, if it's sharp, and it should be sharp, can cut through. So what I would suggest is, again, under your fingers. Just keep it down on the cutting board there. As you follow along, you'll feel that seed in there, and you just roll around until it's not there. No blood, yay! Then twist. As you can see, it's a lovely color. Might have a couple specks of darkness in there, but like I said, that's perfectly good. And then what we could do is we could put the dowel there. And again, no skin involved. Once we have that in there, then we could just twist and pull it out. Now what I would do, since I have a little bit of chunkiness left in there, get my spoon out and just scrape it off. One other way is to scoop out the pit with a spoon, or you could use your hands as well. Depends upon how you like to roll. And then just take your cutting board and gentle pull, clean off your knife, put it away. Never leave a knife in the sink. It's a recipe for disaster.
Then we'll take the seed and you can plant it, which I always suggest. That's always a fun project. we'll put it right there for now.
Okay, let's get to it. So of course the next step, you take a spoon and you scoop it out. And you gotta make the faces. Faces show you care. And you scoop it out. Make sure you get it all. Get all the good meat in there. And remember, a little dark will not kill you. It's perfectly fine. So at this point, roll the lemon to get it extra juicy. Grab your knife, and remember, if you hit the top, no worries. Try from the top, blood is possible. So, down, and we're done with the knife again. Put that away, little spritz. If you get seeds in there, no big deal. Use a fork, get them out, or your fingers. Remember, you washed your hands thoroughly, and you have been washing your hands constantly, every day. Keep your station clear. Then take a fork, wait, a little salt. To taste, and then smash. Bulk smash. Chef Coach Peter smash. Yeah. Got away from us. And make it as chunky or smooth as you like. Again, keep your area smooth. For the kids. Fun to say and fun to eat. So we take our salsa and we carefully measure it. Looks about right. Based on your avocado likability-ness. That is a technical term in the culinary field. Don't forget it. So then we mix. Again, I like it a little chunkier, so I didn't mash it as much. But I do like higher levels of salsiness. Not that I don't like the guacamole, the avocado. I just like both. I'm too lazy to eat them separately. So this way you have it separate, together, all in one. So instead of overly green, it looks like the Christmas holidays with the red and the green together. So there we have that. Now, once you have this, you can refrigerate it. We juiced it so it shouldn't get too mucky muck, but this is best fresh. That's only from one avocado. You could pound that out. What do we use? We'd use some tortilla strips, whatever brand you like. And if you're eating with the crowd, remember, don't double dip. That's just wrong. Hi, I'm Peter and I'm a crunchaholic. I love anything that crunches. Oh, that's good. And then pita chips. Pita chips are yummy too. Fresh pita bread is great. What else we got? Aha! Carrots. Veggies. Veggies are great to dunk in it. Oh, that's really good. What's something else we could do? Oh, perfect. Breakfast, lunchtime, anytime. Take some whole grain bread, of course. Put some guacamole on. And that right there is good enough. But let's say you have some ham. Oh! Turkey, leftover chicken, leftover pork chops. Slice it up, put it on. Oh wow, it's good. So, there you have it. Quick and easy guacamole. 2 ingredients basically. All it needs is the avocado and the salsa. The lemon and the salt just give it a little bit extra. Not too much salt though. Eat it with chips, vegetables, put it on a sandwich, top an omelet, all sorts of things you could do with guacamole. Thanks for stopping by my kitchen. Until next time. Chef Coach Peter signing off.